Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Timmy Treacle, also known as 4Fan for Life, and I am bringing you yet another top 10 list. This is going to be my top 10 favorite John Cusack movies. He has a sister, Joan Cusack, who appeared together in the John Hughes classic 16 Candles. But without further ado, this is my top 10 favorite John Cusack movies. Coming number 10 is Hot Tub Time Machine. Coming number 9 is the movie 2012. That movie centers around the superstition, the Mayan calendar that's going to run out and the world's going to end, which, as you know, didn't happen. The same thing for Y2K, it never did happen. But it's fun to think about those things, though. But 2012 has got a great cast, a lot of great special effects, and a great story. Although I think the movie is a tad bit long, there's definitely some scenes that could have been cut. The one scene that comes to mind each time I watch this movie is when Cusack and his ex-wife and 2 kids are going to go get this map from Woody Harrelson's character, and they, of course, drive the vehicle up there to ask him where the map is. They find out, they drive back uh, to the airplane, and instead of driving all the way up close to the airplane, he parks about 20 feet away, and his daughter exits the vehicle first and goes to her mom, and then he goes back into the RV to find the map. He should have been looking for it by the time they parked. But I know why they do it. It's because it's supposed to be suspenseful and supposed to give you thrills and stuff. But I just think that's a scene that wasn't needed. And in that entire scene, the little girl, of course, decides to go with him. Which, again, when they're on their way back, she has a line that says, "She says, Mommy, like they've been gone for 20 years or something." That's another thing that irritates me. But besides that scene, the movie's great, and I love the ending. What happens to the father of the 2 twin boys? Although you never want to root for people dying, but he was such a prick during the whole movie. I'm glad he got his in the end. Coming number 8 is 16 Candles, which I just referred to. It is a classic John Hughes movie starring Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, John and Joan Cusack, among others. It's about a girl. It's going to be her 16th birthday, but she's being overshadowed by her older sister's wedding, and she falls in love with a senior named Jake, and pretty much the story. The ending to this movie is great, so sweet. But it is a fun movie. John Cusack is hilarious in this movie for what time he has. Him with Anthony Michael Hall, it's really funny. So, yeah, 16 Candles, number 8. Number 7, 1408. Number 6, Class. Number 5, Bagman. Number 4, 8 Men Out. 8 Men Out is a baseball movie, and it is based on a true story about the Chicago Black Sox who threw the World Series because they weren't happy with the pay that they were getting. They are a great team, and back then they played 9 games for the World Series instead of today's 7. And they threw the game, they took the money, and threw the World Series, and they all were banished from baseball, and still are to this day, which I think is a little ridiculous now. I understand why they did it, and I probably would have done the same thing too. You know, you're delivering a lot of goods and money and everything to the owners, but yet they don't want to reward you either, and that's kind of shady. So yeah, I definitely understand why they did it. But it's a great movie, John Cusack, Charlie Sheen. It's got a great cast. Definitely check it out, especially if you're into baseball movies like I am. Coming number 3 is Con Air. John Cusack, John Malkovich, Nicolas Cage, Steve Buscemi. It's about a ex-military man who gets into a drunken fight and is sent to prison for manslaughter. His wife has a daughter. He's getting out. He's on his way home, and he has to basically save the airplane from being taken over by convicts, which eventually happens. But along the way, he does everything he can to get home to his wife and daughter. That's his main goal. There's a lot of different criminals on the plane. Danny Trejo is a rapist. They call him Johnny, and then a number, and the number represents how many women he's sexually assaulted or raped. And Malkovich is wanted for bombings and murder and all kinds of things. Steve Buscemi is an infamous serial killer. But it is a great movie, great action movie. John Cusack is an officer who is making sure the plane and everything goes right. He's been informed that there's going to be an undercover person on the plane, and they're trying to get Malkovich's character to talk. But it's a great movie. Like I said, it's got a great cast. So definitely check out Con Air if you haven't already seen it. Coming number 2 is Identity. This is a horror thriller movie with, again, a great cast. Rebecca De Mornay. Oh, man. Love her. John Cusack and this group of people are held up at this, are actually stranded at this hotel. But someone is killing everybody, and they don't know who it is. And that's all I'm going to give you. It is a fantastic movie. One of John Cusack's best performances, in my opinion. And I love it. So definitely check out Identity. It's just freaking awesome. And my number 1 favorite John Cusack movie is The Sure Thing. The Sure Thing is a 1980s movie. It is a road trip comedy of sorts. Daphne Zangina and John Cusack are both trying to get to California, but for different reasons. She wants to go to see her boyfriend at Christmas, and he wants to go and meet a sure thing. Sure thing being a girl who will basically put out. Anthony Edwards plays his buddy who went to California for college. Him and Daphne Zangina are east in college. And it's just a funny road trip movie. One of my favorite scenes is when Cusack's in the bar with these 2 gentlemen, and they start singing a song. They talk about how good looking they are, and it's just a funny movie. One I highly recommend if you haven't seen The Sure Thing. One of John Cusack's best performances, in my opinion. So, but there you have it. That is my top 10 favorite John Cusack movies. So, in the comment section below, tell me what are some of your favorite John Cusack movies. If you have a top 10, drop the top 10 in the comment section below, and let's have a great discussion about this. I love talking about movie reviews, top 10s, rankings, and all that fun things. And as always, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and let's talk. But other than that, stay tuned for my channel for more top 10 and other fun things, entertainment. I also talk about TV shows, and I will be doing some other fun things with that as well. But other than that, I thank you for watching, and check you later.